E. coli, presented by Sara, Suzanne, Laura, and Victoria. E. coli is a type of bacteria with different strains. Some are harmless and show few symptoms, while symptoms can increase in severity with different strains.
Signs and symptoms. Signs and symptoms include severe stomach cramps, diarrhea, which is often watery and bloody, vomiting, fever, which is generally not extremely high, usually less than 38.5 degrees Celsius, fatigue, malaise, and dehydration. Note, symptoms usually last less than 5 days. Transmission route. It is through the fecal-oral route, which is ingestion of others' fecal matter, mainly by ingestion of contaminated food. Some examples include improperly cooked beef, raw fruits and uncooked vegetables, untreated drinking water, unpasteurized raw milk and milk products, unpasteurized apple juice and cider, direct contact with animals at petting zoos or farms.
Ottawa Public Health Regulations and Requirements. To be excluded from diagnosis, one must provide 2 negative stool samples and at least 24 hours apart or until 48 hours after the completion of antibiotics. For reporting individual cases, you must report immediately to 613-580-6744, extension 24224. After hours, one should call 311.
Prevention in an early learning and care center. Caregivers should develop protocols and procedures for handling children's illnesses, including care plans and an exclusion-inclusion policy. Requesting a note from the primary care provider to determine the child is healthy enough to return to the early learning and care center. Avoid having uncooked meats and avoid foods that could contain contaminants. What early learning and care centers should do. In a child care setting, advise ill child or care provider to get a medical assessment before returning to the child care facility. Children are excluded until stools are formed and the test results of 2 stool cultures obtained from stools produced 24 hours apart do not detect E. coli organism.
What parents and caregivers should do. Parents and caregivers should exclude their child from school and childcare until the child's diarrhea has stopped. The child should drink lots of fluids to prevent dehydration and should get lots of rest. Parents should also avoid giving anti-diarrhea medication. This will slow down their child's digestive system and prevent their bodies from getting rid of toxins.
Our references include Ottawa Public Health Guidelines for Communicable Disease and Other Childhood Health Issues for Schools and Childcare Facilities, the Mayo Clinic's Disease Conditions, Public Health Agency of Canada's E. coli, BC Centre for Disease Control, A Quick Guide to Childhood Diseases, and National Resource Centre for Health and Safety in Childcare and Early Education, Chapter 3.